Hi kids, welcome to a new video and this is for Kids Humble. Before we start, I want you guys to close your eyes and bow down our heads because we're going to pray. Thank you, God, for this day that you've given us. Thank you for our families. Thank you for everything. Please, God, help us learn something today and to keep it in our hearts. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Let's get started, kids, with today's video.
El guerrero David. El guerrero David. Dios escogió a un gran valiente para que le adorara. Era el pastor de un pequeño rebaño. A Dios él cantaba y sin tener temor él protegía sus ovejas y con la fuerza de Dios él vencía muchas fieras. El guerrero David, con su fe él peleó y la victoria Dios le dio. El guerrero David, al gigante él venció y todo el pueblo liberó. El guerrero David. El guerrero David. Dios escogió a un gran valiente para que le adorara. Era el pastor de un pequeño rebaño. A Dios él cantaba y sin tener temor él protegía sus ovejas y con la fuerza de Dios él vencía muchas fieras. El guerrero David, con su fe él peleó y la victoria Dios le dio. El guerrero David, al gigante él venció y todo el pueblo liberó. El guerrero David. El guerrero David. El guerrero David, con su fe él peleó y la victoria Dios le dio. El guerrero David, al gigante él venció y todo el pueblo liberó. El guerrero David. El guerrero David.
Today I'm going to tell you the story about David and Goliath. The story is in 1 Samuel chapter 17 verses 1 to 17. The Philistines gathered for battle against the Israelites. The Philistines lined up on one hill and the Israelites on another, with a valley between them. King Saul and the Israelites were camping in East Valley. A man named Goliath from the city of Gath came out from the Philistines camping to challenge the Israelites. Goliath was over 7 feet tall and wore bronze armor that weighed about 125 pounds. His legs were also protected by bronze armor. He carried a bronze javelin. The iron head on his spear weighed about 15 pounds. A soldier walked in front of him carrying his shield. Goliath shouted at the Israelites, "Choose one of your best men to fight with me. If he wins and kills me, we will be your slaves, but if I win and kill him, you will be our slaves. I dare you to pick someone to fight me." Saul and his men were terrified. David was back in Bethlehem looking after his father's sheep. Often had to protect the sheep from attacks by lions and bears. His 3 older brothers were in the army facing the Philistines. Goliath challenged the Israelites every morning and evening for 40 days. One day Jesse said to David, "Take these roasted grains and these 10 loaves of bread to your brothers in the camp, and take these 10 cheeses to the camp officers too. Find out how your brothers are doing." David took the food to the officers in charge of the supplies, then ran to the battle lines to see his brothers. As he was walking with them, Goliath came forward and challenged the Israelites. When the Israelites saw Goliath, they ran away in terror. David asked, "Who is the Philistine to defy the army of the living God?" They told him, "The man who killed Goliath would get to be a warrior, get a big reward. Marry the king's daughter, and his father's family would not need to pay taxes." David was taken to King Saul. "Your Majesty," said David, "no one should be afraid of him. This Philistine will go and fight him." "No," answered Saul, "how could you fight him? You are just a boy and he has been a soldier all his life." "I have killed lions and bears who attacked my father's sheep," replied David, "and I will do the same to the Philistines who have defied the army of the living God. The Lord will save me from Goliath." "Go, and the Lord will be with you," Saul replied. He gave David his armor, but when David tried it on, he said, "I can't fight with all this. I'm not used to it." Instead, he took his speared sticks and he picked up 5 smooth stones from the stream and put them in his bag. While he, with his slingshot ready, he went out to meet Goliath. Goliath started walking towards David with his shield walking in front of him. "What's the stick for?" he shouted at David. "Do you think I am a dog?" Goliath called down, cursing him from his God on David. "Come on, I will give your body to the birds and animals to eat," he shouted. David answered, "You are coming against with me, sword speaker, the jeweler, but I came against you in the name of the Lord Almighty. Today the Lord will put you in my power. I will defeat you and cut off your head." As Goliath started walking towards David again, David ran quickly towards the Philistine. He reached into his bag and took out a stone with his sling and slung it at Goliath and hit him on the forehead, breaking his skull, and Goliath fell face towards the ground. David ran, taking Goliath's sword out of his sheath and cut off his head. When the Philistines saw that their hero was dead, they ran away. The men of the Israelites shouted and ran after them, pushing them all the way to Gath and Ethan in the Philistine territory. He kept Goliath's weapons and returned to Israel as a hero. Now I'm going to read you a verse That is in Isaiah 41:13. For I am the Lord, your God, whom takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. With this saying, I want you guys to always remember that God will always be there with you. Not to be afraid of nothing, not to be afraid of what's going around the world today. Always trust in God, and God will always be right there with you.